Chapter 12, Hillside Hopes, Prologue. Perseverance and right perspective are the keywords for success. We've all heard what famous Thomas Edison said while inventing light bulbs. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's perseverance led to the invention of the light bulb. Making continuous effort is a problem-solving process that includes encountering a challenge, understanding why the challenge exists, finding a way to overcome the challenge, and, above all, learning from the entire experience. Warm up. Discuss with your teacher if there is anything that you think is impossible to do. Ask whether it can be done or not. If yes, then how can it be done? Teacher tip. Share a short story with the students highlighting great accomplishments by a great personality. The Conquest of Everest by Edmund Hillary. Let's read. Long, long time ago, there was a great hill. And on the great hill, there lived the folks. The folks spent their entire lives climbing the great hill, trying to reach the top. Some folks climb fast. Some folks climb slowly. One young folk in particular was a very slow climber. He was different from the rest of the folks. When he climbed, all the other folks passed him. It was hard for him to watch them pass by. He felt that he was the worst climber in the world. Some folks made fun of him as they passed. Others didn't. Some folks wanted to help him climb, but he didn't let them.
It was hard for him to climb. It was even harder when it rained because the ground got slippery. Sometimes it seemed like it was only raining on him, but it wasn't. There were times when he felt like he wasn't moving at all. But he was, my performance tracker. Mun. How did the young folk feel while climbing? Why was it harder to climb when it rained? Then, one day, he met another folk who climbed even slower than he did. He helped the slower folk climb. "Thank you," said the slower folk. "You're welcome," said the slow folk. "I can't be of much help to anyone else since I climb so slowly." "Slowly?" asked the slower folk. "Well, yes. I watch other folks pass me all the time."
"I do not know if you are slow or fast, but I do know that you helped me, and that you are still climbing." The slow folk said goodbye to the slower folk and kept climbing. "Still climbing," he thought to himself. "That is true." And he smiled. So the folk kept climbing. He climbed when it was all nice outside, he climbed when it rained, and he even climbed when it snowed. As he kept climbing, he got better and better. Sometimes he would pass other folks, and sometimes they would pass him. He had stopped paying attention. He also noticed that some folks were no longer climbing. When a folk stops climbing, it stays where it is. Some folks stop climbing because they are happy with how far they have gone. Others stop climbing because they would rather not climb anymore. The folks that had stopped climbing did not like to be passed, and they made it harder to get by. But the young folk kept climbing over them. There were still times when the folk thought he was climbing an impossible hill, but he kept climbing. Always, always climbing. Do you think he made to the top?